All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Today is December 3rd, 2025, which means we are 22 days away from Christmas. Have you made all your Christmas cards for this year? Have you mailed your Christmas cards for this year? That's the question. Two questions. Love to know. Why don't you post your answer there in the comments? My name is Jennifer Olea. I am an independent Step It Up demonstrator in Yuma, Arizona. I love all things paper crafting fun. If you have just stumbled across this video, welcome. I appreciate you. If you follow me, I appreciate you too. If you have not liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel, would love if you did that. Also, if you have not subscribed for my email, then on Wednesdays with this video, I also send out the measurements. I call it a recipe card because it's the measurements. I talk about measurements here. Sometimes I do all the measurements, sometimes I don't. But with the email, you get that recipe card. You can print it off, you save it with the card, and then you have ideas to go over again and again and again. So let's make the table bigger because that's what we're here for, paper crafting fun. This is where you can find me on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And here is today's card that we're going to be making. It is a fun fold. On Wednesdays, for this recorded video, we do fun folds. And I'm going to say easy-ish, but that's not always the case. But this one I love because I'll tell you why I love it. I love it because you're able to stamp right here and you can see it on the outside. So I'm going to give you, yeah, so let's just start making this card. Okay. All right. We are going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. This happens to be real red. We are going to score it at 5.5. If I had my score blade on, which I knew that it fell off, but where did it go? Really? I thought it was right here. There it is. I was flinging my trimmer around and it just kind of popped off. Okay, we're going to score it at 5.5. And then we're going to take it and cut at the 1 inch, right? So here's your score line, and we're going to measure it 1 inch. We're going to cut it right here. So that's 1 inch right there. We're going to cut that, and then we're just going to take another piece off this 1 inch. This is going to be our bottom. All right. So here is that. Let's see. And then we're going to save this too because we're going to use that also. So I have, and then we need 3 3/4 by 4 inches. And you just kind of have to decide what paper you want. I think we might do, no, not that. So I have this paper I'm working with, kind of the tail end of it. Let's see. That'll work. Let's just use this. Okay. We want 3/4. We want 2 of these by 4 inches. So here's this. Now, if you guys are watching this and you know what the name of this card is, please let me know. And so we have this. Let's see. Here's all our pieces. I also have this piece of designer series paper. It comes 6 by 6. There was designs on it. Let me see if I have a whole piece. So here's a whole piece. Sometimes I don't know what to do with these guys. Like, you could make cute little tags with them. You could put them on cards. You could do all sorts of things with them, right? Use them in memory keeping. They'd be great layers. Some of these guys are just designs, so great layers. But we're going to take this tree and use it as the focal point of our card. Oops. Okay. Like so. And then we're going to take that leftover piece of real red, and I'm just going to eyeball it. That may stress some of you guys out, but sometimes it's what I do. Does it stress you out? Me doing it this way? Let's see. All right, so there's this. Now, I have some dies. I have the branching out dies that have these great labels, right? These great, I'm going to call them squishy squares because the quarters are squishy. Okay, but I'm going to do some layering. So I want this guy for Old Olive. This guy's going to be basic white, which I need to get another piece. Okay, that'll work. Okay, let's bring the machine in so that we can cut these guys. Now, I try not to put these guys straight on. I think we'll do two, run it through twice because they're so big. Because if you run it through straight on, it's like when your car hits a speed bump. It makes, not that your car makes a clunky noise, but this machine will make a clunky noise like that. But it's worse if it goes head on. Okay, so we have this guy. And then let's roll this guy through for the Old Olive. I pulled out Old Olive because I feel like I haven't given Old Olive any love lately. And I'm not sure why. I used to use it all the time. And by all the time, you guys know that I love my blues. Greens, they're okay. But Old Olive used to be one of my favorite greens. Okay. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite Stampin' Up! Color. It's very difficult for me. Okay, that's the inside. So I'm going to do some layering here, but I want to take this basic white and I'm going to use this embossing folder, and it already has kind of an image that you could use like cutout, and like this coordinates with dies where you have that actual cutout. This is a different die, but I don't think it matters because a lot of this is going to be covered up. And so it's just going to highlight. Let's see if you can see. Yeah. Really, you're only going to see the top and the bottom bubble. Let me show you after I run it through the machine. So we're going to run it through the machine with our correct sandwich. Let's see, like so. And then, there we go. Let's see. It's going to be like this. Now, you could definitely just keep adding more to it if you want. You could add some sprigs. You could do whatever you want, obviously. This is just a certain design. So to build the front of the card, right? What makes it a fun fold is this crazy little design we have going on here for the front. So let's get a really good fold here. And we're going to add this guy to the front. That's one little flap, right? Let's go ahead and add that guy. And then we're going to add this to our bottom. Oops. Like so. So I just keep thinking about all the stuff that has to happen before Christmas. And by before Christmas, I mean, we don't do a whole lot for Christmas, but I feel like things need to be put on the calendar so I'm not running around with my in a state of panic like the week before Christmas. Okay, so are you guys seeing what's happening here? We're going to kind of assemble all of this, but first, let's do these layers. So we're going to layer this guy up. Layer this guy up. Now, there is going to be stamping. I promise you there's going to be stamping. And the crazy thing is that for this card, I pulled out a bunch of paper pumpkin stamps. You're like, what? Yes, I did. I've been gravitating more and more, especially for the holidays, to my paper pumpkin stash of stamps because they have some very nice, there's Stampin' Up! Has amazing stamps, but some very nice, like Merry Christmas. Like that's it, just Merry Christmas. And so I went to my paper pumpkin stash and I found what I wanted for this card. And to say that, why am I saying that? Why did I do it? Didn't even think about it. But if you are watching this video between December 1st and December 8th, it's either the 8th or the 9th. So we'll say the 8th. You, for a prepaid paper pumpkin subscription, you're going to get a discount. So right now they're doing like a Cyber Monday sale on paper pumpkin subscriptions. So if you like your paper pumpkin, if you want it on sale, you can go check out that sale. But that is December 1st through the 8th, 2025. Okay. Okay. So we are going to attach this guy to the little flap here. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? We're going to add a layer of seal to the very top of this label. And we're going to put it right in the middle, like so. And then we're going to flip this guy over and do the same thing, very bottom. I'm going to put this where it should be, the bottom of the card. We're going to fold it over. I think I got that guy a little too high. Yep, there we go. Oh, worked out good. Okay. So that is our card. Pull this off. Yes, I can. Pull this off. Yes, I can. Yes, I cannot. All right, let's fix it. All right. I want this guy a little bit lower. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put this guy here, put this down, and go for it like this. There we go. I wanted it just a little bit lower. I didn't want this curve poking out from the real red cardstock. So kind of a quick and easy fix there. All right, now all the stamping is going to be on the inside. So what am I going to be stamping? So I found, so in the last paper pumpkin, we had this cool stamp set. It says sending a little Christmas cheer, Merry Christmas, which I'm just loving this font. And we're actually going to be using that guy today. It's a kind of a cursive, it's not kind of a cursive font. It is a cursive font. And I want it so that it's poking out right here on the edges. Okay, we're going to use real red. And I want them like facing each other, if that makes sense. Why is that dirty? Because I put it on a dirty piece of paper. All right. So this guy is going right on the edge like so. And then we're going to do another one. Flip it over like so. So that's what I mean by I want them facing each other. I don't want them going the same way. Let's see. You guys going to go like this. Yep, there we go. All right. Now for the inside, this is from an old paper pumpkin. It is this giant wreath, and I thought it was great. We're going to ink it up in garden green, and it's just going to go in the middle here, like so. And then I haven't used my blends lately, and so I wanted to pull these guys out. We're going to use Old Olive and just color the leaves so there's a little contrast. But this is pretty quick and easy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just coloring the inside of these guys like so. I think Paper Pumpkin, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you have an amazing stash of stamps. Okay, that guy's a little not centered. Oh, is that going to bug me? Probably. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, look at this little red bow we have here for this paper. Put it on the inside like this. I don't know if I can handle this being crooked. I think I need to change that. And it is only paper. So let's do this again. Okay. Are you guys still with me for this? Would you change it? Let me know. Or would you just keep it the way it is? All right. Let's make this center. Means I was probably going a little too fast. We're going to do this guy over again. We're also going to stamp our Merry Christmas over again. Like so. There we go. So that means we've got to use our blends all over again. Sorry, guys. This is dark. I don't want dark. Oh, maybe I'll do a couple dark. And then go to the light because I definitely want the more contrast. All right. So yeah, definitely in the comments, let me know if you guys would change it or if you just leave it as is. Also, let me know if you sent out your Christmas cards as a team. So my team name is the Blessed Crafters. It's great group of ladies. And we have decided to donate cards to 2 senior centers here in town. And we're almost there. The number we need is 175, and we're pretty close to that number. And so these cards are going to go in that pile of donated cards. So the cards are going to the residents just to wish them Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Should probably have just some winter ones in there also, but okay. So here is our fun fold. Let me attach this guy. Let me know what you think of this card. I will post on my Facebook page a graphic with it's called a thumbnail for this card. Oh, of course it needs some bling. So let's do some bling. But there'll be a graphic with a picture of this card. And then if you make one of these cards, I would love for you to post it in the comments so that we can all see what kind of paper crafting fun you've been having. I've got 2 left. I kind of just want to use them. There we go. There is our card for today. Hopefully you enjoy this card. Definitely let me know. And if you have issues posting it, just reach out to me and I can either help you or I'll post it for you. So, all right, guys. Well, Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. Hopefully today you get to have a little bit of paper crafting fun. I will be back next week with another Fun Fold project. I hope to see you there, or let me know who you're watching. And I will be live at 10 a.m. Next Wednesday. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.